appreciate the confidence.
You did. Even if you don't think that there was a mole, because you keep hearkening back to the fact that none of this was plotted or pre-planned. Do you think that there was indeed someone from the OVO camp that was providing information that Drake would have rather not been provided, that Drake would have rather not gotten out? Do you think that happened?
I wouldn't necessarily say from the OVO camp.
An affiliate, maybe?
Perhaps.
Just an OV? An O?
Maybe. If you remember, if you go back a little bit in the timeline, when the Push-Ups record dropped, I'm the one who announced that it was dropping in 30 minutes.
And this was the leaked version or the version that
I said it'll be on DSPs in 30 minutes.
Okay. And again, the version that leaked or the version that ended up being the
official song, I'm the one who said it'll be on DSPs in 30 minutes.
Okay. So
that's my answer.
Fair. And I'm going to ask a follow-up, which you probably won't answer. Do you think the person that told you that was the person that was working with both sides?
No.
So there was more than one mole.
So it was a yes.
Okay.
Fucking with you.
Moving on.
All right. So Family Matters drops the exact same day. Maul, you posted a red button as well as Drake on his story. Maul, do you think the Dave Free bar was the nuke that Drake thought it was?
No, I don't think that Drake thought that was a nuke, that bar.
He had said on Red Button on the Scary Hours Deluxe for all the dogs that he could hit the red button. Everyone's going to heaven. Yeah, well, so we were all anticipating that this red button was going to be something that was going to blow all of our fucking minds. Do you think that red button was as effective as Drake may have thought it was?
No, I think you were just attaching that red button to anything at this point. But I think that, because For All the Dogs came out way before any of this even transpired. I don't think that the Dave Free bar was a bar that Drake was like hanging on, like, oh, this is gonna be the one that. I don't think it was that. But if you go back and listen to Family Matters, I think that to this day, I still believe that that's a better record than Not Like Us. I believe he rapped better on Not Like Us. I believe the production is better than Not Like Us. I think Drake's, the only thing I would have done differently looking back, I would have cut that brick in 3. I wouldn't have released all 3 of the beat changes at once. I would have released the first one, ended with the gunshots, wait to see what Kendrick does. If he takes too long, maybe release the second one. I would have done that. But if we go back now that it's all, said and done is, and just listen to bars, and I've spoken to a lot of rappers and artists that make music at a high level, and without even bringing it up, they say like Drake may have, in the perception of people, may have lost the strategy game, but as far as the better bars and music, Not Like Us is not better than Family Matters.
Head, would you agree with that?
He's from Carson. He can't disagree with it.
Or I just go outside.
Okay, well, since this was going to be a post-battle question, but let's ask it now since Maul did bring it up. Who out-rapped who? Not who out-impact who. Who had the better strategy? Who had the better bars in this entire battle?
I stay on my side of the line of scrimmage.
He got to. He got a check from the pop-out show.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do. You can't go against that.
I can do whatever I want to do.
Nah, you can't go against Kendrick. You can't do that. And I'm not mad at you. I fuck with you. I'm not mad at you. But you can't sit here and objectively say, nah, I don't think that,
I would.
Nah.
If that's what I thought.
Drake out-rapped him. And I'm talking about, fuck me saying it. Some of the rappers that you've played their records and respect, I've had conversations with them, and they like, yo, Kendrick may have got the strategy and the perception of him dropping right after Family Matters and all of that. Cool. But if you just go and listen to bars as an MC and as a rapper, there's no way you think Kendrick, I don't even think Kendrick was trying to really rap on Not Like Us. I think it was a song. He was trying to get people to dance. He needed to galvanize the West Coast, get the whole California behind this song. This is like our new anthem, which is I'm not mad at that strategy. But we're not gonna say he rapped better than Drake on Not Like Us versus Family Matters. No fucking way.
Okay, so Maul, bringing that up, when you're referencing that and everybody else that you're referring to, are you talking about just Not Like Us versus Family Matters? Or are you talking about Kendrick versus Drake in the entirety of all of these songs?
Because also at this point, Family Matters was really against Meet the Grams in that situation.
I think Family Matters and Heart Part 6, Drake is rapping better than anything Kendrick put out during that moment.
Head?
Just rapping. Absolutely.
I aspire to have this level of...
He's still on impact of a song. He's talking about a song. I'm talking about bars.
No.
I'm talking about lyrics. I'm talking about rhymes.
I'm talking about rap. And
Not Like Us, the production is not even dope.
Okay, so Maul, you keep bringing up Not Like Us. Head, do you think that Not Like Us is Kendrick's best rapped song in all of this battle? Which one would you pick out of all of them?
Euphoria.
Okay.
I don't even remember that song.
It's probably a lot of bars too, confusing.
No, it's just like when you open a bag of chips, it's a lot of the air at the top and there's a few chips in there. But we ain't gonna go back to that.
Head, you being the Coast Guard and having some relationship with everybody in that camp and around that camp, what was everyone's reaction to the Dave Free bar?
Comedy. It was like that's the well, actually there was two reactions. One from the front facing standpoint, like that we all had internally, was like, that's not even a good attempt. Like that's like a lazy attempt at something. And then the second thing was from the homies.
What about Kendrick saying you have a daughter? Yeah, that wasn't a lazy attempt?
What about it?
That wasn't a lazy attempt from Kendrick? Saying that Drake has a daughter that he's hiding?
I don't know. Do we have one?
You don't know if that was a lazy attempt? I'm asking you, do you think that was a lazy attempt?
No.
You don't?
Why?
And do you think Drake is hiding a daughter?
Hiding is a verb.
Okay, do you think Drake has a daughter?
You are hiding your opinions.
Yeah, do you think Drake has a daughter?
I think it's possible.
Okay. You think it's possible that you think that Drake has a daughter? Or do you think it's possible Drake has a daughter?
I think it's possible he has one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't particularly care to get into Kendrick's personal life with his girl, kids, and his business partner. But do you see Maul's point in some degree that saying Dave Free might be your son's father, I agree is lazy. And I thought if that was the nuke, that's odd because that's not, no one's really going to believe that. Even if for some weird reason it was true. The daughter thing, is that not lazy because Push already did it and we saw what that did and you're supposed to be light years ahead of any rapper right now and you're reusing the same strategy off something that can't be proven, whereas Push did it and it was proven.
No, I get that point. But you also have to understand, like, the way I'm looking at it, and this is, I mean, you're not going to believe me, but objectively looking at it, it's a Floyd Mayweather thing. Like, Dot has been counterpunching the whole time. He's not aggressed. The only time he aggressed is once it was already fully on. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it.
Like that he aggressed. What are you talking about?
If you think about it, when you say, like the Dave Free thing came first in Family Matters.
Correct, yeah.
And then there was a response. And then the other thing came. It wasn't like, it's like, oh, okay, boom, boom. It was like a 1-for-1 to me.
Okay, so you are, and I'm asking, because we think that the Dave Free line was a lie, that gave Kendrick also a green light to lie about the daughter. Hypothetically, because we do not know these people and their personal lives like that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, sure.
So you don't get a point taken away if you do a whole third verse about something that's completely unproven and possibly fed as information to you to give you the okie doke.
Well, no, okay, let's do it this way. Let's take it out. Let's take the whole verse out.
Okay.
There's a record still.
I love the record. I love the record.
Which record is this?
Meet the Grams.
I don't like the record.
Okay.
At all, on no level. I've listened to it a total of maybe 5 times. And I told him that. I don't like the record.
What don't you like about it?
It's too fucking. It's dark, and it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I'm a jovial, like I'm a nerd, and I'm like cerebral, but I'm a jovial individual. I have good positive frequencies. I don't like that shit. I don't like the depth and dark, like shit. That ain't my bag. So I told him that's like my least favorite record out of everything.
Maul, do you think Meet the Grams, even based off your opinion of the record, because even Head said he doesn't really like it like that, do you feel like it was effective off Drake's probably best record in this entire beef?
No.
Why?
I mean, people don't even really talk about Meet the Grams. It's not even a song that people, I think like Head said, I think most people kind of forget that record. Like, we get it. He dropped it right after, and the timing of it when he dropped it was like, oh shit. Everybody was running back and forth to YouTube. Kendrick just dropped and this, whatever. But I think when you go back and listen to it, it's probably the least favorite from most people.
Fair. But do you think if Family Matters, being the diss record that it is, had more time to breathe, it would have been more effective in this battle, whereas Meet the Grams to not like us back to back after, I think, Drake's best diss record ever?
Family Matters?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was an effective step on when it came to Drake's best effort?
No, I mean, no matter what Kendrick said or put out, I thought the timing of it was dope. It's kind of like if, Head, if you DJing and somebody bump your table and fuck up your needle and the record jump, the energy is completely different in the room at the party. So I think that's what Kendrick did. He bumped the needle, the record jumped, and it was kind of like, okay, people kind of like, but not only the record jump, my record comes on. You know what I'm saying? So I thought the timing, I thought the strategy of what Kendrick did to me was dope. Like, okay, I get it. But again, I'm going back just as a music head, as a consumer of hip hop and listening to bars and raps. And once I listen to that, I don't care when the record dropped, how it dropped. In the moment, I understand, the impact of that. But now that I'm just listening to bars and raps, nobody can convince me that Drake got out-rapped in this thing. Like, there's no fucking way he got out-rapped. Now, I understand what the optics of the record is, and it being big and everything that Kendrick got off of that, the Amazon show and Super Bowl halftime and things like that. I understand that part of it. And like Head said earlier, optics is a big part of it, and perception is a big part of it. Again, I'm just a consumer of hip-hop and rap and listening to music. And in me listening to it, there's nobody that can convince me that Drake had the worst bars in this whole thing.
Okay. Maul, hearkening back to Family Matters.
Hearkening, spell that. I'm sorry.
HR.
Maul, do you think domestic abuse allegations are too far in a battle, especially if they're unproven?
Do I think domestic abuse allegations in a battle are too far?
Unproven.
Unproven.
Unproven?
Yes. I think everyone can say proven domestic violence is fair in a battle.
Maybe, yeah. I guess. I think that anything you start talking about, when you start talking about somebody's family and things like that, may be a line that may be too far. But then again,